Hello, I'm Carol Smith from Northeast Counselling Services, and I'd like to talk to you about a technique today about thinking about how you can get your work-life balance right. One of the first things I would like to say is it just work and life? Well, actually, no, it's not. We've got lots of things in our life outside of work. We might have care and responsibilities. We want to do exercise. We might have the kids. We need to sleep. Want to do some volunteering. So when we're thinking about balance, we've got to think about everything else, not just work and life, because everything needs to be in balance. And the reason for this is we need to maintain our emotional energy. If you look at the emotional energy matrix here, ideally we want to be in the performance zone where we've got lots of energy and that energy is positive. So it's boosting us up instead of dragging us down. But all too often these days, we're in the survival zone. We're probably surviving on cortisol, we're surviving on adrenaline, we're in fight or flight mode quite a lot. And that is high energy, but it's negative. Eventually, it'll drain you and you'll enter the burnout zone. So we can only sustain those survival zone for a short period of time before we enter burnout zone. And then what we need to do is start to keep our energy low, but replace the negative energy with positive energy. So we're moving then into recovery zone, and then we can boost our energy up with more positive things so that we're in the performance zone again. So what I'd like you to do is think about, why is it important to get the balance right? Well, we want to avoid burnout. We want to avoid mental health problems because we're swamped by things, we're in danger, we're distressed. And what we need to do is move more towards this productivity zone where we can do more with our time. And by doing that, then we'll be able to enjoy our life more, and that will keep us in that productive zone so that we've got high energy, but it's all positive and not negative. What I'd like you to do is have a think about, what's your week like now? List everything you do or you feel you have to do during the week. Estimate the percentage of time each thing takes up, and then put it into a pie chart so you can see it visually. If you feel that a week's too short a time, you could do it on a monthly basis, but make sure you list everything, estimate the hours, and then think about what percentage of time. And then your pie chart might look like this. So obviously we've got things like sleeping, cooking, those kind of things in there. And you can then get a good visual about the things that are taking up most of your time. Once you've got this visual, it's a good idea to kind of think about what you notice in that. Is there anything there that shocks or surprises you? Is there anything there that was bigger or smaller than you expected? You know, one lady I was working with, she found that her time on the internet was much bigger than she expected. And actually, she was doing it instead of doing other productive things. And then think about, is there one thing that dominates your life? Now, we're all going to have things that we have to do, things that we can't get out of, but we need to think about those things in the whole of your life. So, getting yourself thinking about what's there, what you have to do, what could you get rid of. The next thing I want you to do is think about what your perfect week would be like. What do you really have to do? Are there things you would like to do more of? Are there things that you would like to do less of? Are there any new things that you would like to do that bring in that positive energy? And are there any things that have negative energy that you can actually stop doing? Once you've thought about that, draw up your new list and again, put it into a pie chart so you can see it. And then what we need to do is think about, okay, is there a way that I can achieve that? And there's very few people who live their life totally on their own. And what we need to consider if we want to get to our ideal world is, who else is involved? What does their ideal world look like? You know, get them to do the same thing. Have a look at it, compare it to yours. Does it match with mine? Are there things that are really, really different? and then kind of negotiate a settled ideal world for both of you or the family or whatever. So to make sure that people are getting as much positive energy as they can to stop them dropping down to that burnout zone because they're living on stress. I hope that's helped. Thank you for listening. We're here to help you live your life, not just exist. And there's lots of free resources on our website. Thank you.